2 debates down, 1 debate to go, and after the election, I think we should all adjourn to an island with a 24/7 margarita fountain. You know Sammy! My name's Stephen Kruiser. This is Kruiser Control. Please, let us begin. This is the part where the dancers would be good, Sammy. Right when I enter, that's where we need the dancers.
Next time.
And a manservant. Because it's at once both revolting and necessary, okay, mostly because it's just too easy, let us engage in a little bashing.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah.
Ever wonder what it would be like to spend your waking hours in a hot tub filled with hyperbole? Wonder no more.
Well, I think we ought to thank Congressman Ryan, because if his budget, which was passed through the House by Republicans, if his budget were ever come to pass, then Meals on Wheels would be killed, transportation services to the disabled would be destroyed, food stamps would be eviscerated. I think many Americans would end up in soup kitchens like that.
Sammy just pointed out that Marty seems to be beefing up a little there. He's getting a little beefier. And we were discussing this before the show. British accents are usually fun because they can say things like cuss words that we can't and make them fun just because it's with a British accent. And then you watch Python and it's all off the... But Bashir sucks the life out of even... I think we should thank Congressman Ryan for toe-to-toe. And then this one time, and I am just a talking sock. That's what I am. I'm a talking sock. Ryan's budget, soup kitchen, he will kill you. Ryan is stepping on your mother's face right now. Thank you. Another sandwich, please. And a cake. Don't they have cakes? Isn't that what they have with their tea? Is that what they call anything? And a biscuit. A biscuit. Mock an entire, yeah, I will. Welcome to another installment of When Teleprompters Attack, or as devoted Kruiser Control viewers call it, rev it up. That didn't work. That was a spectacular fail. I was trying to do the whole rev it up dance just with my eyes, and then Sammy and I started cracking each other up. This clip is a little long, but sometimes it's just fun to watch the not-so-good Reverend stumble around like a drunk three-legged cat.
Pretty scary, but not as scary as what some real-life bosses are doing right now. You all know the billionaire Koch brothers. They're planning to spend $400 million on this year's election. And now they're telling employees how to vote. The magazine In These Times has obtained a mailer, Koch Industries. Sent to some workers, it includes a list of preferred candidates and anti-Obama editorials. It also says many of our and more than 50,000 U.S. employees and contractors may suffer the consequences.
Dude, there better have been a money-back guarantee on that reading tutor that MSNBC hired for him, because we're a year and a half into this now at least, and it's A is a tough one, Sammy, because it's got the one letter and it just freaks you out there. It's kind of like, you know, when you're playing football and you're too wide open, you're like, and you drop it. A, it's easy. The other thing was about that story, Sammy, is that the Koch brothers, when you read the whole email, they didn't say you have to vote for somebody. They didn't say that. They just said, look, it's up to you who you want to vote for. This is all we're saying. It was quite not what was reported. Shocking. I know. One day his whole head's just going to explode on camera. And we always thought it would be Schultz.
Yeah. It's
going to be Al. After this, we'll all go get fitted for designer therapy. It's the extended take. That's the one somebody requested, that I do the slow swim every week. I remember it now. It's a perfect way to come out of that. And, a little cardio. Andrew Sullivan has had a rough, panicky couple of weeks. Thankfully, the poor dear has calmed down a bit and returned to spouting his insanity without all the weeping.
The key difference between these two candidates is that one is going to do all he can to avoid a new war in the Middle East, and the other one is going to hand over U.S. policy to Bibi Netanyahu and launch a new global war.
We now have irrefutable evidence that spending several years stalking Sarah Palin's womb mimics the effects of extended oxygen deprivation. President Obama is going to do all he can to avoid a new war in the Middle East? Oh yeah? When does that start? Is this another one of those things that we have to hope gets better if he's reelected? And if by avoid you mean keep backing all the wrong people and pretend that Iran is all sweetness and light, then you may be onto something here, Sully. If, however, you just look around, you may be an insufferable idiot yearning for a return to your cherished spot at the Lightbringer's feet. Oh yeah. Tweets of the week! Twitter.com/Stephen Kruiser. You follow me, I'll follow you back if you tell me to follow you. If you don't, your life is a tragedy. Tweet number 1.
These pipes are clean.
There, I was acting right there. That's what that is. Olivier taught me that, or somebody. Jeff Olivier, not the... What's your take on the viral photo of a Romney supporter with a racist muscle shirt? Supporter in quotation marks because, of course, it could have been a plant, like very many of these things at conservative gatherings have been. And that's the first thing I thought, probably a plant, given the fact that there was such a great angle for the camera and everything on it. And this is the kind of thing we can't get away with doing to the other side, because the other side is already so hateful and weird with the stuff that they say at these rallies that you really couldn't do anything outlandish at one of them. But here it sticks out because, you know why, Sammy? We're not like that.
That's right.
Tweet number 2. I lived in a thin-walled apartment complex once in college and had neighbors. Sounded like that in the next room. This one, it's a Doberman question. Black, red, fawn, or blue? Asking which kind of Doberman I prefer, because I'm a dog guy, not a cat guy, and I prefer big dogs, not the and I like Dobermans. And my favorite Doberman that I had of all time in high school was a big red Doberman. I like red Dobermans. There, I've answered the question. I like big red Dobermans. And when this is done, I really won't be on an island. I will be in a bunker in Arizona. Dobermans, guns, Wi-Fi, and the next Mrs. Kruiser. That's what I got going on. Tweet number 3. I talk like that a lot. That might have been me, actually. I don't even know. We'll have to check. This is from my good friend, Fingers Malloy. And this is one of the reasons Fingers Malloy and I are such good friends. The question is, greatest threat to American society, Nickelback or Honey Boo Boo? Now, if you remember, this would be the second Nickelback question from Fingers, and this is why he is important to the conservative cause, because he understands what erodes the fabric here, and he gets right to it. You won't hear that on CNN. I would say still, because they have an even larger fan base as of now, Nickelback, but obviously the greatest super threat to American society is the inevitable Nickelback tribute band with Honey Boo Boo as the lead singer. That's when the apocalypse is nigh. StephenKruiser.com is the website. Check it out. We got a couple of announcements right here. StephenKruiser.com is going to be undergoing an overhaul for the next month or so. We're looking at some new stuff and new header and everything. And the bonus clips, which used to be there, have gotten lost for a couple of weeks because of this overhaul. The bonus clips are now going to be on the PJ Tatler with the other stuff that I do on the PJ Tatler every week. So look there on the date starting tomorrow, Thursday the 18th, the bonus clips will be on the Tatler. That's where you can find them every week, okay? And as always, when you comment, it was in here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. This is a deep pocket here. Yeah, oh, there's an elf. No wonder my nipple was itchy. Nibbly little elf. You know how they are when they get lost in your pocket. You get the handy PJ Media wipe, which is so sturdy, even a nibbly elf can't chew anything off of it. See, no holes. Stupid nibbly elf. We need a nibbly elf now on set. We'll give him a name. Call him Kurt. Today's winning comment from the continental United States, we hope to God. This episode is overflowing with awesomeness. You said staccato. takes umbrage, and Nickas. Multiple words from the amazing off-camera Sammy. You were a big star last week. Look to the right side of the screen under the name of this episode, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's so wonderful, I can't take it. Stu, I need a wipe.
We're all done.
You get a wipe. And I got to repeat staccato, takes umbrage, and Nickas. For your entertainment pleasure, we've added beer pong, Cheetos, and a bouncy castle. Welcome to the Circle of Dumb. This video hit about an hour or so before we taped last week, and honestly, I didn't even consider another entry for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is... Stephanie, holy crap, I haven't been fired yet, Cutter. The Obama for America spokesmouth that can't ever seem to tell the truth about anything offered her deep thought on the cover-up that they're desperately trying to pretend isn't a cover-up.
You know, what you saw there is the administration giving you their best intelligence, what their best intelligence were telling them of what was happening on the ground. And had we had any different information, we would have put it out. We would have told the American people what we knew. And, you know, in terms of the politicization of this, you know, we are here at a debate, and I hope we get to talk about the debate. But the entire reason that this has become the you know, political topic it is, it's because of Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. It's a big part of their stump speech.
Part the first, politicization. Get it right, Steph, okay? Secondly, anything that one politician says to or about another politician is political, Sammy. Did you know that? Yes, of course. It's an election. Of course things are politicized. Thirdly, it's a story because dead Americans, okay? Get that straight. Same reason Fast and Furious is a story. Dead Americans, okay? Get a grip. Priorities, people. That's what I'm talking about. May not have been a joke, but it's the truth. That's how I feel. Stephanie. Look inward, dear friends, and find that quiet place that will soon be littered with the mental empty pizza boxes known as the last piece of my mind. We're taping this the day after the second presidential debate, and a couple of thoughts on that. One, we knew it was going to be an ambush, so I'm not complaining about Candy Crowley too much, okay? I'm complaining about the GOP for agreeing to the stupid town hall liberal moderator choosing the questions formats in the first place. That has got to stop. Secondly, binders, really? That's all you got, people? And everybody's talking about them still today because I guess I was paying attention to the actual part of the speech, or Romney's response, which was that he went out and hired a bunch of women. But of course, the liberals can't focus on that. They have to go, he said binders! And that's why they're going to lose. Keep working, though. I love you guys. I'll see you next week.
Yeah.